Hello, Twin Time Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Lobotomy Corporation with me, BlueAnkylo. So let's talk shop just for a second about the channel. I'm not currently live streaming, so hopefully the live tubers that have traditionally been watching this series can forgive me. But I've had some success recording locally without any crashing, so I'm going to try that again and not stream at the same time. Because maybe that was the problem, as the game is a little bit maybe unstable. Trying to record and stream together, maybe it was causing problems. Maybe, we're still troubleshooting. Anyway, other than that, you guys, it's very unlikely, but maybe you'll notice during this stream, I did change a microphone setting. So for those of you in the know, in the biz, I added a little noise gate filter for my microphone. All that should do is when I'm not speaking, like that, it should basically zero out any background noise. So and I can see it just barely in the background. That's why I thought of it. It's summertime, so, you know, you got fans on and all that. And just, it's a little bit annoying in the background sometimes hearing a little buzz. But any game with audio, like a music, I'm pretty sure the game audio will override any of that. So it shouldn't really be anything other than if the game is dead silent and I'm not talking, then the noise gate will help block it out. Although I did test it, if you are listening right now to, like, while there's speech going on, and you, like, crank the volume up super high, maybe in your headset or something, you might just barely be able to pick out a buzz. It's there, but anyway, I'm rambling. Point is, I can't really fix that without getting quieter fans, or, well, there's ways, but it's just more work. Anyway, just shop talk, you know how it is. So for today's actual episode, we're gonna try a Tipereth core suppression. Interestingly, you don't have to do this one next if you don't want. You can skip it and do any of the Bria tier. I think for Asaya, you had to do Malkuth's first, and then you could do one of these two, and then once you finish Hod, then you could do security kind of thing. In this floor, it looks like you can do them in any order you want, which is, you know, nice. I think to do suppressions down here, although I have not gotten that far before, you have to do generally speaking, you have to do all of these suppressions before the next level. So, you know, just because you can do them in any order doesn't mean it's going to change this level too much. So anyway, I'm doing Tipereth first because it's probably the easiest, and I've done this one before successfully, so I'm a little bit familiar. This one I have never successfully completed, and this one, I can't remember if I tried it or not. It's probably okay, but, you know, it's not a big deal. We're going to do Tipereth first. The main thing is, you notice that we need to get to Meltdown level 10, which normally we don't do, and it probably guarantees going through a midnight. Although, depending on when we get the midnight, we might be able to do our little trick and skip right past it. Maybe. Maybe. Or if it's an midnight ordeal that we can handle, no big deal. Anyway, my idea was I want to get this done now. The more abnormalities we add in, the more dangerous long-term quests will be, and I figured that was that. It would also be very, very valuable to do this one, and I'm kind of hoping that this qualifies during a suppression. We've had some mixed luck. I think when I was doing Malkuth's suppression, Tipereth's quest, one of her random level 1 or 2 quests, was completed during a suppression. But then later, when I was trying, I think it was like Hod's suppression, Gibura's quests were not completing at the same time. It was incompatible. So I'm not 100% sure if this will actually work, but this is easy enough. This is sort of an automatic quest that maybe will happen to two birds with one stone? One bird with 2 stones? Well, one bird it with 2 stones. Anyway, for this one, you can't put any employees in Tipereth's area, which means we've overloaded the neighboring areas just because you're going to have to cover your zone plus the stuff nearby. And I didn't recruit anyone new because we're probably not going to... I didn't put anyone new down in the lower levels because we're probably not going to work on the bird a whole lot. I mean, I kind of want to release it to get another fight because you can still get more of these wall weapons. So we'll do that, but we're not going to really work it like normal. So Grotham, our new bird worker down here, he's going to be learning about the new thing, whatever it is. Other than that, primary goal, get this weapon, kill bird, learn new abnormality that's HE tier, and survive another day. Okay, that's the plan. Let's go with it. I did recruit Sotaraz between episodes, and in case you're wondering, yes, I did buy another HE or Dead Butterflies armor. Whoever was wearing it died, and I managed to fix that during my my management phase. Okay, let's go. I was gonna recruit a rando. I did recruit a rando, right? I was gonna recruit. We could just send one of these guys. So the rando's job will be for me to forget about and finish researching this, because, you know, I want that finished. Okay. Hopefully the custom video filters here don't ruin us. Also, hopefully the audio levels are okay. I think they look fine. Okay, so first up, new abnormality. It's, I guess a reindeer? I don't think I've seen this before. Looks like we get some sort of Santa Claus thing. No tips. It's a sack of presents on a sleigh, right? Like, yeah. And, like Santa's sack, maybe, floating there or on there. So we're going to want to learn about that probably right away. Other goals for today. Well, we don't get the bonus from this section, period. There's probably some more penalty for having this meltdown. Although, if I remember correctly, this meltdown isn't so bad. It's not like Hod's where everyone gets bad stats, or Malkuth's where you're... Some of them have really nasty tricks, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so we're going to just start off by learning about this thing. Just because if we die, you know, we can just reset easily at this point. So, I mean, it's sort of a reindeer kind of thing. I guess we'll go Instinct. I mean, Grotham's pretty strong. It's only HE. If it breaks out, I mean, he can probably suppress it with a little bit of backup. Probably. Where is Santa for the unhappy? We're not doing great. The sewing looks crude, but the effort that went into making it is borderline obsessive. The sack, maybe? Oh boy, Instinct, not good. Christmas, oh, the hideous carnival. On every Christmas, I want to pull out the tongues of those who sing. Chorals, even. It roams around without purpose. It wants to give out its pile of gifts. Alright, well, not a great opener. Alright, so we definitely got a red. Does it immediately break out is the question. So Instinct, no good. Then we actually, because it's an HE, we can still research it a little bit here. Let's just go for the tips first. Well, the clip-off has almost certainly gone down. Even on a normal, it goes down sometimes. Let's try, let's go with attachment, because maybe the trick is that it's still a Christmas thing. It wants you to have some feelings. I'm not sure if they're good feelings. With a displaced jaw and a lifeless tongue, words are swallowed instead of being expressed. It's doing white damage as well, which is not... I mean, it's no big deal, but, you know, we're wearing the red armor specifically. This sewing looks crude. We saw that one. This is looking maybe a little bit better. It does not show any sign of life, but it moves. This may be due to the energy. Maybe we should be repressing it. If it's like a non-living entity of some sort. Anyway, I think you can assume that the clip-off might have gone down again. Let's get another tip. I mean, it's possible the counter has not gone down, but we've got one bad and one neutral, so not ideal. Still no sciencing to be done yet. Okay, well, Instinct seemed bad. Attachment was not great. I'm going to try Repression. It's never the right choice, but I'm going to try it. I probably should have gone Insight. Yeah, this never works. It never works. With my infinite hatred, I give you this gift. That was the box description when we chose it. Look at this Repression garbage. Looks like you should just do Insight and Instinct 90% of the time. Just stick with those two. Alright, when escaping, it slowly roams the facility, inflicting white damage. Alright, please get something better than 2. When the rusty bell jingles, Christmas begins. The colorful lights were bright as Christmas, and dark as every child's nightmare. Redolta does not show any sign of life, so it's Redolta. Alright, this is much better score. Well, at least we know. And maybe... That's kind of... Yeah, there's some of that. Maybe if we can just keep getting goods, it's fine, right? We need to get 12s or higher. And we just got more success rate, so it should be a lot easier now to keep getting 12s or higher. It is down to 1 on the clip-off. I don't know what it started at yet, but... I mean, I don't think it would be too bad if it broke out, but if we can prevent it, we'll prevent it. Yeah, here we go. Insight. Much, much better. Alright, so we actually probably got a little bit lucky there. We had a neutral, a bad, and another neutral, I think. Normal. And it only went down once, so... Lucky. It's got 2 armors, 3 weapons... I mean, I can always use more. It's not like HE armor is super, super awesome, but I'd take it, right? Like, I needed more equipment, and this gives me, like, much more... Like, I kind of like the idea of getting more than 1 at a time, so... HE armor is pretty good for the upstairs B teams. We're gonna... Oh, almost... not quite a perfect, but we're getting there. Alright, so it looks like, yeah, repression never works. Instinct is actually really bad at high levels. It's kind of weird. Level 2 or 3 are better for Instinct and Insight. So optimally, you want someone with like level 3 Insight. But I think fully researched now, we'll find that even common here is probably more than enough. We'll see how Grotham does. I'm not going to focus on it too much more, but we'll try to train this up during the course of our day. It's going to be a long day, make no mistake. Like, getting all the way to level 10 takes a while. Alright, it looks like chances are we'll be able to stay above 12 relatively easily there. Okay, what else do we want to do? I wanted to finish researching the Flesh Idol, which is going to be... Yeah, this rando with nothing to do. I mean, I know you can put them in and pull them out. I'm just being really lazy, and it probably costs me lobotomy points in terms of my score, but it's all good. It's all good. So there's almost no point of being like efficient with energy. This is going to be a really long day. This song, Tipereth, is for Tipereth. Oh, that's right. She wanted us to remember my quest here. This is girl Tipereth with the corpses of the boy Tipereth, and she wants us to like erase him so he doesn't get revived anymore or something. I've never really zoomed into this area. Interesting. Alright, well, let's get our first meltdown going at least. This will probably be a long episode no matter what I do, but let's try not to waste too much time. And besides, we got some pretty jumpin' music in the background, right? I like this stuff. Alright, yeah, Sotaraz is new. And I wasn't able to buy him level 5 stats yet, right? Like... Oops, don't look at that. Be careful, Blue. Alright, so... one more should trip the countdown, or the meltdown. Only 2 shouldn't be bad. We got lots of people... Oh, actually, let me, let's see here. So I want to keep, like, maybe 2 people up here. I think what I'll do is I'll move... Because Faith is my butterfly wielder, and one more, like, Aleph worker up there. So Faith can go up here. Faith does the machine and the butterfly, and Hades can also... Well, I need someone that can work on nothing there, whoever I send up. So we're going to send Drow up. And then Robert is kind of like censored. And the mountain and hopefully not melting love. Because if that triggers right away, we're going to have a... Well, we're probably just going to shoot it, to be fair. We're not going to go work it. And then over on this side, kind of the same thing. We want to be able to work Army in Black and the King of Greed. So we want... This isn't even that hard, but Rides is kind of my bird worker. So I think I'll head up and maybe one more again. King of Greed. Neither of these things are super, super hard to work. Like, you don't die from working them very often. Just for the meltdown, we're prepared. And I know I only have one person, so... You know, if we get multiple meltdowns, it'll be a little bit interesting. In the same area. Alright. Attachment for Siltras. Alright, what do we get? Gah! Alright, well, good news is Redulta we know how to handle. So... Yeah. She's immune to red, right? Maybe even regens. So white damage, black damage, red damage is staying. Sorry, Hades. Faith is gonna be range. She should be fine. And white damage is good. She's got, like, Faith has low HP, but at range this might be okay. Pale damage, white damage, black damage, white, and black. Alright. Not like an ideal first breakout, but it should be okay. I'll try to send... no, Grotham's got red damage. He can't really help anyway, so... Keep him out of it. So I'll probably want to shoot some janitors in here as we do. We're going to get an Amber Dawn right away. While we're fighting it, let's just keep... You know, we're not in a rush, but let's just keep going. Man, this music's got too much energy. Can't handle it. Ah, poor Had. He's already dead. Alright, I'll keep them busy for a bit. Alright. So, the one thing we didn't want to melt down on the first cycle. Now, as far as I know, letting it out doesn't spread the disease at all. As long as you stop the janitors from getting transformed. So Faith is pretty far away. Now, I have had people die to this thing before, obviously, but... We've got, like, the whole A-team. So it's doing some white damage to Frisk, maybe? That's weird. Looks like it might be attacking Rides. But again, we should be okay. It's going down pretty quick. Alright. Now, I wish I knew for sure that we were safe from the infection. I still have some testing to do on this thing, but... Does it say anything about when you suppress it? So this is if you get the blessing, which we did not get. So that shouldn't apply. I don't think I've read anything about its presence or suppression spreading the slime. Looks like maybe it just does some damage over time. Which should be okay. It might even go away when you go through a door. Alright, let's send, who was it? Drow and Faith back upstairs. What's more important, the armor or the weapons? I don't know. I'm sure we'll get them both before long. Oh, I should try to work the King of Greed here while we... Because I do want that weapon back. Speaking of things to work on, so what did I say? Blue and... Was it Jelka upstairs? I don't remember. You know, 110 Dobry. You can do it. You can do it! I'm just gonna keep an eye on him to make sure he gets the score. I think, what was it, 16? Just so I remind myself? Yeah. Look at this. Dobry's amazing. No problem at all. Yeah, that's a great score. Okay, we're on our way to 100. Good. I'm only going to do that once per meltdown just so it's less likely it breaks out. And then up here, we'll do another quick cycle of kind of newbie trainer. Not that these guys are even that low stats anyway, to be fair. Was that one too many? Yes. Alright. We'll let them finish their work, and then we'll prepare for some, Wait a second. Wait a second! What happened down here? I wasn't even looking. Alright. Grotham. Santa has escaped. You're dead anyway. Oh, it's weak to red. Oh boy. You ran into the wrong employee, Rodolta. Oh, did he drop the clip off for the nearby? It doesn't even say that. Or no. No, that's not Rodolta. This is an effect of the bird. I forgot about this. I just forgot. It's, an abnormality in this department escapes, it goes down by 1. Mind you, the fiery bird you can sort of ignore. If it gets out, it comes home on its own anyway. But, okay. I do want to fight it at some point anyway, so it's all good. Maybe we'll do that after the Amber Dawn. Alright, anything else for now? Probably not. Send Sultraz all the way over there, because, you know, it's fine. He's new. We'll give him some relatively easy things. Alright, here we go. Alright, so, yeah, this is why we split our teams up a little bit. If you're up there, you're going that way. If you're down here, you're going this way. Same trick over here, except kind of reversed. But yeah, we fought many a worm. These guys shouldn't be too much to worry about. You know, some janitors will die, but it's fine. Probably not even too many. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have that problem, right? Where they only kill one because I'm only targeting them one at a time. Or at least sometimes that happens. Look, I don't understand it. Sometimes they, like... It's like you kill one and then you leave. I mean, he'll be fine. That sword is so good. Alright, it's cleaned up, cleaned up. Being cleaned up, slowly. Might be like slow weapons, not super efficient. Oh, look, let's try to keep Jean alive here. There should be some backup employees I can send over. And same thing for this group. We'll send them an extra. Shouldn't be anything to worry about, though. Oh, I think the worms just migrated. Oh, never mind, they're dead. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Okay, well, we're going to get another ordeal nice and early, for better or worse. So I kind of want to deal with this bird maybe earlier than later. Yeah. I do want to get another feather out of it, another weapon. And it is like a good wall weapon, so nothing wrong with that. Let's do one more work on the King of Greed because it's a new cycle. Daubery seemed to be good luck last time, so let's try again. And then we'll go group up to fight the bird. Looking pretty safe. Okay, good. Alright, one more time we'll have the weapon again. Now, is everybody over here able to fight the Phoenix? You definitely don't want to be weak to red or white, is my opinion. So these guys all look pretty strong. Mia... You know, Aleph is safer, but more DPS is also safer in a way. We're going to leave Faith out of it because Faith's doesn't have a lot of HP. And upstairs takes a break. Alright, just wait till everybody gets down here and then we'll do pretty much the last, like, grinding trick for the day. I guess while this is going on, upstairs can keep working, you know. Pretty sure Sotrez can work the robots. I guess, you know, we don't work Pade very often because he's kind of annoying to work. Spiders are much safer. Alright, that'll keep the upstairs busy. And it's probably about time to get this started with Grotham for now. I think everybody's down here. Okay. So, the main thing with the bird is, you know, you can ignore it and it just flies around and burns your janitors. But if you can suppress it, you do get a cool weapon at the end of the day. And fighting it isn't too hard as long as you sort of don't stand in its sort of area of effect charge attack. So, hopefully we don't mess that up. I'm going to try to send everybody in here. We didn't get there in time. See, it won't attack until we attack it, so let's get everybody in the position, slow the game down. Let's do it. I am going to spend a slow bullet on it. I see some people taking a lot of sanity damage. Let's try to prevent them from dying. Okay, it just flew through that wall. That's cheating. I feel like that's cheating. Ooh, we're taking a lot of red damage. So, it's going to charge attack this way. Wait. Well, now we got another problem. They're all up here. Well, that's the birds. I may have just ruined my day right there. I think the B team can kill these things one at a time, but it's going to be a bit tricky. How did 15 janitors die that quickly? It's friggin' Little Red every time. Every time it's Little Red. So what was the third? We had Redolta once, Fiery Bird once. How did 15 janitors die? There weren't that many janitors down here, right? Were there? Oh, I wasn't keeping track. Okay, so probably what happened was the ordeal, the Amber ordeal must have killed some, which dropped the counter. And then the bird just was just enough to finish it off, which let the army in black out, and at the same time, number 3, this means little red gets out. I think we're actually dead. Because the mountain will be out in seconds. We're actually in pretty big trouble. Maybe we should try to move the A-team up this way and just ignore this, because this was a failure. Aw, dang it. How fast do you just lose? Well, we did dodge the, we dodged that. The thing is, there's so many of these. How did you get up there? Oh, she's just hiding behind a curtain. Oh, there's so many things going on right now. So, priorities for the Black Hearts. I don't know. Alright, well, at least we're in position for that. Where's Little Red? Little Red's up. Nope. She's so fast. I never know how far she's gotten. Alright, she's up here. I don't think the B team can handle her, so we might just have to dodge. Maybe she'll fight that. I don't know. So the heart here is going to go explode. I think the B team could prevent that. So we'll try. Meanwhile, the A team's got to deal with the mountain. This shouldn't take very long, though. That should be fine. Alright, like I said, no problem with that. Do we still want to try to finish the birds? Huh. Little Red's gonna be the big problem. These things... Let's keep an eye on these guys for a second. It definitely does a fair bit of black damage. And these guys aren't super tanky. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was Little Red. She just killed them all from behind. I thought she was going that way. Wow, just like that, the entire upstairs team gone. Man, this is just... And it's out a second time. Oh, well, I think we lose. We lost way too many employees right there. The entire B team just gone instantly. Dang. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That's... I hate Little Red Riding Hood. If I could replace one abnormality in our base, that's the one I would replace right now. I mean, I don't like the death on I'm not a huge fan of the escape on death, but the mountain we can handle, and honestly, the pink love, that's usually not what's killing us. It's really Little Red that kills everybody when she gets out. The bird and Rudolta, like, that's not so bad, but... Sounds like that buzzer was louder than normal, but... Maybe I'm going crazy. Okay. So... Let's not waste very much time, seeing as we're already who knows how long into the episode. So I still stand by my... For the most part, this map won't be too difficult. It's just a matter of, not letting all the bad abnormalities get out at the same time. Super easy. Just don't be bad. Alright, so Tipereth, you know, I'm just doing a lot of easy jobs for the moment. Alright. Goals in life. mean, I still want to get the Redulta research done fairly early just to save some time. Or, well, you know, just to make it safer, but... this is no longer super high priority. Couple repression jobs upstairs. Uh-oh. Well, no, that was a good. That was the minimum. Alright, we'll trigger the meltdown from upstairs like normal. Don't look at that. Also, let's just station someone by the bird, the annoying bird's escape. That way, when it inevitably gets out, someone can be pecked instantly. It seems like the bird often ignores you in this room and just escapes. But I haven't had a lot of failures where if you're in the hallway, the bird pretty much always actually attacks you. And then it can go home. Alright, meltdown 1 again. There should be 2 of them. Oh. Okay, well, right. So I guess, because she's the meltdown, center, like she's the meltdown department, I guess it removes the meltdown immunity from upstairs that we had already from suppressing these guys. Alright, that's alright. Nothing to worry about. For the most part, you know, the things up here, if they melt down, they're not even going to be that hard to deal with, so... yeah, it's actually almost easier in a way. Like, it sort of spreads out the odds of melting love getting hit every time. And as much as we obviously had her suppress first try, or meltdown first try last round, that probably won't be the standard. In fact, 2 out of the entire base, the odds of getting melted love right away are pretty slim. Alright, that's actually not even that bad of a gimmick there. I would say, like, I like the idea of not worrying about meltdowns, like the bonus for finishing a surprise suppression. That's a nice bonus, but honestly, having meltdowns in the early areas where you can hit one sin or punishing bird, like it doesn't save us much work. Those things are much easier to, that's a lot of text there. Much easier to handle than the stuff downstairs. We still haven't failed on the King of Greed. I'm not gonna risk it though. I know I could probably handle it at -4, but I have seen with no penalties and using someone who's got max stats still get like a 12 out of 20 or whatever. So. Alright, fully researched. We just need to actually get the equipment. Meanwhile, let's see. Priorities, Blue. Priorities. This is not going to be the kind of day where you don't get enough energy, so that's not a big problem. This is the kind of day that goes on long and you make a mistake. So let's just stick with safe options a lot of the time. Yeah. No, let's not do that. That'll trigger the Crimson. Not that this is hard, but I'd rather my upstairs was ready. And you can see up here, Jean-Mathieu. Actually, it should be Soteraz. Seeing as you're the new guy, you should be on bird duty. That's the, oh. Just to the side. Just to the side. We're fine. Nobody's died yet. He might still be dead. In the time it takes me to not... for this thing to settle down, Frisk could be dead. I guess this is a good test. Does it freeze as soon as you unpause when you're not looking at it? Or does it still get an attack off? I tried to use a healing bullet on him, but I could not. It looks like it straight up cannot attack. Frisk, you are so lucky. I mean, Frisk 2. Frisk 1 wasn't so lucky. Yeah, Schadenfreude, it's not that hard of an abnormality to handle, but again, it's really easy to... Oops, the side of the corner of the camera has it, and now somebody's dead if you're not paying attention. So, oops. Alright, so it's time for Crimson Dawn. We'll do our bird handler here. We'll use this menu this time around. Frisk is healed up enough to handle these things, I'm pretty sure. Still, these guys are going to go there because it's, you know, the only way to handle it right now. You know, I could have stationed some people in these center rooms. Just because Tipereth is on Meltdown doesn't mean we can't station people there. I'm just stationing them in people in rooms that are kind of busy. Okay, this should be not too much trouble. None of the bad stuff. Oh yeah, no problem. Well, you know what that means. She's already down to 2. What got... Oh, right. When he got loose, that dropped her down by 1. So I kind of have a plan. I'm thinking of something here. Purple Noon is very likely to kill enough employees to release the Mountain and the Love. Army in Black. But -2 would not set Little Red out if she was at 3. So if we purposefully let her out, suppress her, and then expect Purple Violet Noon to kill employees, kill janitors, then we can set up our army to fight this thing. Our B team can preemptively group together. They'll have to take care of the Noon anyway. And when the army in Black inevitably starts attacking, we can handle that at the same time. And then they can focus over here to prevent the big bad wolf from getting out. Which is pretty much the only thing they need to worry about. Whereas the A-team should be able to clean the bottom out fairly quickly. We can split them up if we need to. Yeah, that's going to be my plan. So, first we're going to get a little bit of efficient work done. And if this breaks out, it actually doesn't even matter because we kind of want Little Red. We want to set her off anyway, so -1 there is okay. Meanwhile, what else do we want to work on explicitly? I guess we're just training stats up here for the most part. Hopefully you guys don't get bored of training stats up here for a little while, because it's going to happen. Otherwise, you know, we'll never be able to trust the low-level employees with what we need. Keep them busy. I did get a comment at some point. If you get the Ice Kiss, there's apparently a little ice shard that you can look at your animation if you're paying very close attention. That's not the sort of thing I'm very good at noticing, so, you know, that was a long time ago. Someone mentioned that. Just to let you know, I do read comments, but there's obviously a fair delay between recording and actually posting the video. Also, where'd the music go? Thank you, music. Honestly, you could settle down anytime. Let's just keep an eye on this one. This should get us our weapon back. Alright. We got not good during Green Midnight, but otherwise awesome. And, let's do like one more of Rudolta for the cycle. And we'll just, again, we're not going to need energy specifically. So let's just let the upstairs team get some practice. One, two, three. We can probably do a couple more. Might have sent one too many. Yeah, one too many. Alright, so once everyone's done, we'll do our group up. We'll be or no, oh, I messed up. Ah, I messed up. I was supposed to save a couple to prepare for Little Red escaping. Alright, that's going to make things a little bit more dangerous. Alright. A team's going to group up here for the first part. I'm going to make two teams. We're going to make a Mountain team and a Red Riding Hood team. The B team upstairs is going to basically prepare to kill Army in Black and the Purple Monuments. And they can do it all in one group. Janitors will die. Many janitors will fall. So, let's see. Little Red does a lot of red damage, as you should expect. And the Mountain does a lot of black damage. So the Mountain, weak to red. Just trying to... How do I want to divide my army up? Little Red, also sort of weak to red, but... We're going to make sure Rides goes to Little Red, because Pale damage doesn't really work on the Mountain. This is the kind of micromanagement you tune into the channel for. And he's going that way. Grotham should have the red weapon. So he's going to work on the Mountain. That's one each. We're going to send Jarrell to Little Red. And Blue to the Mountain. Robert can work on the Mountain. Do I have any other Alephists? I have one more Aleph for... I've got 3 left and 2 right. That might have been all my Aleph people. Well, technically, no. Dobry's got this one, so... Send Dobry to the right, and then we'll just divide up the rest here. Hades is pretty strong against red. Turkey, also very strong against red. So that's 2 extra on that side. Jelka is actually weak to black, unfortunately. So you're going to the right as well. We're sending more over to the right than to the left at this point. How come everyone's weak to black over here? Alright, Mia, you should be okay. And Faith. Oh yeah, Faith wasn't going to be one of the fighters anyway, so... You know what? She should be okay at ranged. Because he shouldn't... He kind of gets stuck with whoever's up close. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think anybody will die, but you know how it is. Alright, so we're going to do this with, we're going to just set it off here with one of our upstairs people. Might as well go with, you know, Chubby Cat, why not? This should be a little bit exciting. I don't think we've seen a Purple Noon since, you know, those things. Looks like the music finally updated. Well, where are we getting squooshed? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing downstairs? Alright, a bunch of them died. Oh, there's one. There's actually not a whole lot of monuments downstairs like I was expecting. We actually have not had enough people die yet. Looks like we can probably get through this possibly without actually triggering the Alephs. Anyway, let's just get to work here. I'm not leaving that spot, though. But I will let the B team clear stuff out up here. See, I still think these guys are going to die to the tentacles anyway. Because they're dumb. But, yeah, maybe it'll work. So now we get the pipe organ, right? Which, I mean, it kind of... You know, she's got some organs. I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed that we had a Violet Noon. Oh, we're not killing that thing quick enough, are we? Well, it depends on which place it drops the counter. It actually doesn't matter. There's nothing... Yeah, okay, Army Black's gonna escape. But we were kind of predicting that anyway. And there's almost nothing that this thing can release that causes us any real threat. If we had an obelisk over here, we need to kill it right away. But honestly, I don't think there's too much trouble you can cause over here. So Army in Black's gonna come out. Keep that in mind pretty quick. That'll probably trigger the mountain. Alright, where are our little hearts? So we got one heart here. I must be blind. Okay, 2 hearts. Did one of the hearts spawn in the hallway that I was camping? And then just immediately get crushed? You generally see the remains of the hearts as a black heart in the background, so if we killed it, we should see it. Maybe I'm missing it. I'm pretty sure it's always 3? Join your friends. Okay, so the B team finish up the monument. Oh, there's another one. That's great. So they're all upstairs. We're going to go after that one, because if it heads this way and releases the, whatchamacallit, the wolf, that would be problematic. So you guys head on over this way. If this one pops here, nothing will happen. Schadenfreude will... Well, I guess Schadenfreude will go down to 1, but whoop-de-woo, right? That doesn't matter. We do have this heart. I mean, I feel like this thing is gonna escape. And as soon as that escapes, Little Red escapes. So I don't want to change my blockade. I guess it depends on which direction this goes. If it's going this way, we should probably just go kill it with Red's team. Now I almost want this thing to get out. Like, I want some janitors to die. This one will probably kill all those guys if we wait a little while. Like, to be honest, if we're gonna survive, you know, the higher level ordeals, having the janitors all dead is kind of beneficial. Alright, I'm hopeful that with no Little Red Riding Hood behind us like last time, the B team can actually survive this. It definitely does black damage. Last time we just got shot in the back. Alright, B team. Counting on you here. Yeah, they don't... The army really doesn't do that much damage. It's Little Red that killed them all last time. 100% it was Little Red. We could probably send them down there, finish that off. If we ignore this, all the janitors in this area will die. That should assuredly get the mountain out. So that's the plan. We'll let these guys clear out another... Well, I say that. I have to be careful. This thing is going to travel... There's actually 2 of them here. I don't know where they go to pop in this room. Maybe we should just clear everybody out of this area. Because if these things blow up... I just don't know how much time I have. It might just blow up as soon as it gets here, but it might need to get all the way up here. And if they blow up, both of them, Mountain would definitely get out. Butterflies will get out. I think the Shoes will try to summon someone, which I'll have to keep an eye on. What's the safest plan right now? Like, it's not very far to get here, but... I'm not... I'm just thinking. Now, I don't think one army exploding will kill even the B team at full health. And I certainly don't think the A-team will take that much damage. Alright, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna ignore this. One way or other, all these janitors are dead. Schadenfreude is gonna take a -1. But that's no big deal. Little Red... Somebody's gonna escape. It's gonna happen. I can't ignore it. I mean, look how quick that thing went down. Think we could still get to it before? Nah, let's just get out of there. Okay, the mountain got out, so that means one army poofed. We got our -1 to our counters. All the janitors there are dead, which means the mountain's out. We're about to get, I think, another poof. Maybe we should let one go off, but try to stop the other one if we can help it. Also, red is the important part here. Please don't tell me someone's already been killed. Yeah, okay. So we're going to put a red shield on the big group as best we can here. She's shooting that way. Too bad I just can't see who she's focused on. Oh, there we go. So she's focused on Dobry. Let's try to keep him alive. Let's try to move Jarrah over. Alright. Got to keep an eye on things, but a little bit of healing, a little bit of red shields. We should be okay over there. Little Red's just terrifying. The mountain is dead. We did take some damage. Neither of these things have poofed yet. I wish I knew where they poofed exactly, but let's try to suppress them now. If they both explode and everybody dies over there, I'm going to be really cranky, but we've suppressed the mountain. The ordeal is over. We just need to survive red and the army in black. This looks pretty safe to me. Alright, so these guys are good to go. We got the B team, made it to one of them. I really don't think this is necessary, but... Actually, John was taking some damage there. Alright, still no dead employees. Did the A-team immediately kill theirs and already go home? Or, oh, you know what probably happened? One of them, it must have exploded. So maybe this is the spot it explodes from. And this guy was just slowly trying to... Maybe it's this floor and this floor because that's where your employees start. The odd floors, maybe they have to work their way up to the even floors. I think that's probably where one poofed, dropped the counter. It did some damage to some people, specifically if you're weak to black. Now, I guess it dropped the mountain back down to 1. It dropped Melting Love from 3 to 2. But did it not affect the red shoes? Or the places up here? Like, this one didn't go down. Maybe it doesn't apply to everything. I'm just not used to the army in black very well. Just making sure no one's getting summoned by the shoes here. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. So we survived a noon ordeal. As far as I know, no one's dead. Let's do a quick fact check. Had was thrown to the tool. And everybody else looks a-okay. So, in case you're wondering, the subject prayed for longer than 30 seconds. The subject died. And all clip-off counters reduced to 0. Have I been doing that accidentally? You know what? It's probably more likely that's happening is we're not actually lasting 90 seconds. we put someone into this flesh idol, and they take damage until they die. If we put in a stronger character, they could survive 90 seconds, which is very bad. So don't do that. Yeah, this is the kind of tool it had a secret effect that was actually even worse than I thought, so you can't put people in and forget about it. All right. Back to work. Back to work. Everyone return to your correct facility, and we will continue this day in earnest. So, let's see. In the grand scheme of things, what's the status? No one's dead. A good amount of our employees are dead, but not enough to prevent the mountain from escaping again. He can still get out. We might have enough employees around to get Army out again. And certainly Little Red could go. So we'll have to see what the Dusk ordeal will be, and maybe we'll try to get the rest of our employees killed. Because the worst case scenario is to get a Midnight ordeal that we have to fight, and then while we're in the middle of it, everything breaks out, right? Like, it's one thing to win one fight at a time. It's another thing to do, like, the whole thing, everything all together. It is the chain reaction that gets me. Alright, so we're still going to do our standard split up. Forgive me if this takes a bit of time, but I really like having a spread out force. We don't need to work the King of Greed anymore for now, so we can skip him. Does anyone need some stats down here? Like, these are some pretty high ranking employees over this side. We're going to keep working towards all the weapons and armor from Santa Reindeer. I had been training, who was it? Faith on the butterfly a bit. Try to get her to 100 on her justice, which is actually pretty close. And meanwhile, it's mostly the upstairs people that need the actual stats, so let's just let that continue. I have to say, this song, although it is different, it's calling it a song might be a bit of a stretch. This is more of a note. Oh yeah, so Traz, bird duty, please, thank you. Of course the bird got out right before you went in there. Looks like maybe 3 more processes. The annoying bird really should be called the annoying bird. Now, we could also take it on ourselves to just start shooting employees. Like, executing employees. That could be a good option, too. Alright, let's do one more. Safe, and then we'll trigger the breakdown. Or meltdown. Breakdown, meltdown, whatever. Whatevs. All this time, this super long video, and we're not even halfway. Well, we're probably more than halfway technically, but it depends on the ordeals we get. Alright, let's do this. So there's, what, quite a few breakdowns this time around. We can ignore this kind of thing, and we should ignore that kind of thing. Just lose a little bit of energy, but don't risk your entire base, so just skip it. You can ignore one sin, but that doesn't matter. You can't really die there. Bird of Judgment, not too scary. Only moderately scary. Red Shoes, also nothing to really worry about. You know, I was supposed to be lining it up with people who were nearby, but whatever. We do have nothing there a little bit angry at us. So that was going to be Drow. Drow should be fine. Mountain we definitely want to handle. What else we got? Rudolta. So is that all of them? 1, 2, 3. I have definitely skimmed through this process more before and missed 1 or 2 breakdowns and paid the consequences for it. turkey can get a bit of practice. Let's send Faith in here one more time. Maybe more than one more time. Yet again. So I think in one sense we actually got, I don't know if it's lucky per se, but we got the noon ordeal pretty early. So it probably means we've got a little bit more time before the dusk ordeal. Not that that's going to make a huge difference, but, you know. Looks like all our jobs are going decently well. Lots of green lights. I like that. So what's my biggest danger right now? Probably we should just wait till we see what Dusk Ordeal is, and there's not too much else that's going to be super, super threatening. I would like the music to update, though. This one's it's not quite doing it for me. Okay, we got the 2 armors, so we need another 105 points from Rudolph, the evil Santa reindeer. I don't know. These guys are all weak to red, so they're not great. It's a long walk for these two, but Casco, get over there. Should probably stop. That's going to bring us to 1 away from Meltdown. Okay, that's fair. Like I've said before, I'm not really trying to prioritize anyone in specific. We're just trying to generally overall gain good stats so that more and more people hit hundreds. I would say overall our employee base is pretty strong. We've had a few casualties, but overall it's not too bad, not too bad. Okay, it's time for another meltdown. 9. Of course, the bird. So Amber Dusk, we keep getting the same ones that we've seen before. Anyway, this will probably kill all of our employees, or all of our janitors. Pretty hard to chase down. This was the very first dusk we ever had, actually, wasn't it? Is it the only dusk we've seen on camera? It might be. No, we saw the Crimson Dusk that last time. For the quest for the Midnight Ordeal. So you've seen 2 of them, and we get a repeat of that. That's okay. I guess we'll work the tree. The tree, you just got to keep an eye on. When it hits 0, you got to make sure you prevent it from eating anyone. I think it summons, like, maybe 5 or so employees, whether they're janitors or staff. You got to stop them all, or just let a janitor get eaten if you don't care. There's a lot of breakdowns today. Kind of it's been a while since we've had to, like, you know, we've had so many like suppressions upstairs. We haven't had to worry about scanning the whole base for a million breakdowns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's all of them. Except Bird isn't. Don't look at that one, guys. Don't look at Schadenfreude. Alright, I just want to make sure once the Bird's done, we go back in there because, I mean, well, it's not that big a deal. To be honest, all it would do is break out, peck you a little bit, and then go home, but it's possible you lose a little bit of energy when they break out. If you let them melt down, you might lose some energy. I think you probably would. Probably would. How's my little reindeer? So what am I thinking right now? I'm thinking status quo for the moment. Nothing terribly reckless. Oh, he takes double damage from Pale. It doesn't really matter. They're just stats. They're just stats. And I know I've said this a couple times, but seriously, can we get more than one note on the music, on the OST here? I know the game has some interesting songs in its repertoire, but it's not sharing them. So I didn't do one of the things I was thinking about doing. One of the things I was thinking about doing was executing a whole bunch of janitors before the dust cycle. I think what we'll end up doing is basically banking on the mountain escaping and then suppressing it. And maybe also Army in Black, which, of course, you don't guard the hallway, but it just gets out. And if those are the only two, they can basically... We could basically let Army in Black kill the rest of our janitors or between them and the ordeal. And Little Red won't escape unless I'm missing something. It'll just be those two, and we can... Well, okay, Army in Black might release something if we're not careful, and then Little Red would get out. So there is always that. But yeah, that's the plan. Another crazy Ankylo plan. We have to be a little bit more careful about hallways with the upcoming ordeal, though. Let's see, two more. I love training those repression stats. Everybody gets repressed. Repression for days. Get that movement. It's just too expensive. Like, you know, lobotomy points to train your justice is really triple expensive, so skip that. Alright, so we'll let those two finish, then we'll group up the upper team. And we will prepare for a Amber Dusk. It's been a long time since I've seen one. We were about to show one in the video that crashed. But then when we redid the crash day, we got a Crimson. So, that's my story. I'm gonna leave these guys here. If something goes wrong, they're my backup Little Red Slayers. Otherwise, they're just gonna kill any Amber Dusk that show up. It's actually slightly more efficient, I think, to be in the elevator because they can get up real quick. It's faster than going all the way around. But this team has to prioritize the mountain because as long as we kill them quickly, this team will be fine. I think. I mean, I've got some bullets, so it's alright. And then, this team, if we're careful, they can fight the Dusks, but we have to be very careful with them. Their job is more... It's probably more likely their job will be to suppress any Black Hearts that end up here. Alright, let's set it off with the Big Bad Wolf again, why not? You know what, Sotaraz? You might be the newbie, but you've actually got some pretty good armor for working on the wolf. Alright. So that's convenient for B team. Oh man, there's so many of these worms. So technically they have 2 within striking distance. These guys have got 1 within striking distance, 2 within striking distance. 3! Oh, this is gonna take a little while. You want to be careful that the worms don't spawn right underneath the mountain. We could try to run over there and kill that quick. What are they weak to, anyway? They're weak to red primarily. So maybe what we'll do is, like, what do you think if we just split off Grotham with the awesome red sword? Like, do you think he could just solo it? They're technically was, so they're not weak. This team is gonna go after this one first. Probably that one and then that one if they can make it. I think the B team is just going to stay together and go after this guy because he's close. Now, I do have slow bullets. So what I'm going to try to do is give 2 kills for the B team. Like, in case you're wondering, the worms are actually easiest on the first cycle. Once they get to the end of a hallway, they get little minions, and then the minions make it a little bit harder to, So they're gonna kill this one real quick, and then maybe they'll make it to that one if I slow it down. And I'll slow this one down for, Grotham. Alright, well, we're gonna ignore this one, though, for sure. The thing is, I'm pretty sure the mountain will escape pretty darn soon. And we shouldn't have to worry about Little Red. Yeah, this guy's toast. These guys are tough, but I think as long as you're behind them, we should be fine. Nobody is, like, dying in the background, right? Mountain's coming out. You guys are fine. Well, we're getting some damage. I don't know if we'll actually be able to kill that one, but get some damage on it anyway. Focus on the mountain. I really would prefer he not escape, guys. This was not enough people to easily handle the mountain. I mean, we'll be fine, but he's actually chomping us pretty good here. Seriously, do not let him get out. Alright, guys, that was riskier than you needed to be. No one's died in the background. Anyway, so now the worms are starting to tunnel around. I did not defeat dozens of worms like I was hoping, but we got 1 and 2, and that one's already long gone. So, you know, 2, that's more than 0. We did not get this one. That was a good dodge, actually, Grotham. Now you're behind him. Besides, I'm pretty sure they do red damage. Grotham is built for this. Like, he can tank this all day long. I don't know how much damage they do from the front if you're at a low level. So I don't want to send the newbies in there. Army still hasn't escaped. I think it's inevitable. And it's possible that the mountain will get out again, too, depending on how many janitors are still around to be eaten. Oh, look! We have another good candidate for being murked. That'll be fine. This is going pretty well, honestly, overall. I think the problem is attack speed and always running away. More than anything. It's possible we could have run in there and killed him from the front. I just wish I knew a bit better how much damage they do before I give that a shot. Alright, so this team has been pretty efficient. It's nice. Maybe... No one's dead, right? It's hard to keep track. Where's Faith? She's in there somewhere. I just couldn't see her. I'm thinking... These guys are just standing around. They're not even doing anything. There she is, hiding in the back. They've got Aleph equipment, so I think I can trust this little test. This is a little bit of an experiment. I don't think they're going to be nearly as dangerous as the King of Greed. Keep an eye on Robert, though. He does have really good armor, so... Oh, that's not even that much. Alright, maybe I was worried for nothing. I don't know if I would trust the B team, but the A team, they're not going to die to that kind of thing. Alright, that guy's going to teleport. Nobody new over here yet. Nothing within striking direction for the B team at the moment. Unfortunately, these to do Amber Dusk safely is kind of a waiting game. Back over here, Grotham. This is probably the best spot for this team, because if there is a way for the mountain to get out again, we want to be ready for it. Army in Black will probably be next, though. Maybe I'm being a little bit too cautious. I don't know. Trying to keep an eye on the spawns so I can catch them if they move somewhere useful. Or, inevitably, when that one breaks out. Unfortunately, bad direction. We're right beside it, but I just don't want to run headfirst into it. I think these guys could make it there in time. Oh, it's actually going the wrong way. Never mind. Not paying attention. Oh. I take it back. Doing the old switcheroo. Alright, we got another target for B team. This time it has minions, but B team, it's also already injured a little bit. This is maybe the one that, that's unfortunate. One of them spawned right behind them. Alright, back off, back off. That's the danger, clearly. You throw the B team in there, and one of them spawns right behind them, and they're not ready for it. Alright. Did anyone get chomped? We definitely took some damage. No mistake. Had was already dead. So nobody's dead to it. Nobody important anyway. We gotta find some hearts now. Heart down here. It's not gonna release anything, so I don't care. I'll kill some employees. -1 to Redolta and the Fiery Bird. Whoop-de-woo. Let's see. We definitely can't have a heart going here. This team's going to destroy that. The next abnormality to escape triggers red. So if the mountain goes again, we need these guys to get back there fairly quick. The B team is not in a great position, because they took a lot of damage. They were in a good place to attack, but it's been a bit pricey there. Now, with a little bit of healing, we might be able to kill both of them. Or do we go for the army in black? I don't imagine... Are healing bullets AoE? You know, they might have been. Did David get healed when I shot Sultraz? Oh, I'm out of bullets, so now we don't. Now we'll never know. It's possible. I'm gonna try to deal with that while they're so close by, because I could get 2 big kills here. It's these little guys are really like we need to kill them quick. There's just too many little babies. We gotta deal with them. Alright, well, we did not get both of them, but nobody's dead, right? I would appreciate if you killed the thing before Sean dies. Alright, we're fine. We are not going after this one. It means Pade is gonna get out, which... Oh, man. Alright, let me just pause for a sec. Let's focus. We probably could have killed this if I had been a little bit more attentive. We did kill that worm with one of the teams that I didn't worry about. They are on their way back. They're fine. Right? These guys are all fine. They barely took any damage at all. Where are all the hearts, man? I feel like I'm missing some hearts. 1 heart. 2 heart. Oh, there we go. 3 heart. Alright. So what's probably going to happen is... Well, there's no janitors there. There's some janitors up here. So if we ignore this, it'll pop. Pade will get out. Can I handle that? I still don't know if we can suppress it or if it just instantly one-shots something. Because essentially punishing bird if you attack it one-shot someone. And I don't really want to sacrifice somebody. The question is, okay, if we don't want Pade out, we have to stop that. How do we do that? Well, everybody needs to heal up and get up there. So maybe we just focus on heal up quick and try to catch it before it pops. I think we should at least try... Oh, no, it's heading to the right. Never mind. We're totally safe here. I was thinking if it was coming this way, we only have a second, but that'll be dead in no time at all. And then we'll be in position for the inevitable mountain. Oh, man, these guys just tear it apart with Aleph. Alright, good job. You guys can just guard this hall for now, honestly. Alright, alright. We're expecting Little Red. Oh, she's out. So, did something else break out just now? Oh, Schadenfreude broke out. We, yeah, that popped. I, didn't catch that one. Can we catch that one? Oh, there's one right here. Jean-Mathieu died. I didn't even know there was a heart down here. It must have been in the elevator. It's good that we stopped it, because it's not good. We could have ignored it. Jean-Mathieu died for nothing. That's another death on my conscience. Oh, is everybody else in... Oh, jeez. Could we actually stop this one, though? We can ignore that for the most part. We cannot ignore Little Red. I do not have any bullets left. We got to do this smart. Come on, I really need you guys to stop talking. There you go. I need to see, who we have to hide. I should have turned these people around a little bit quicker to keep the DPS are rolling. There should be one more. There we go. Oh yeah, this is the cool feather attack. I haven't really had a chance to show that off. It is pretty cool though. What? How did that happen? Sotraz went into a panic. Our newbie... So, Jean died, but we killed it before it exploded. And then Sotraz panicked and attacked and killed everybody that was injured. Actually, everybody died, and the last couple panicked. Well, that's very unfortunate. Everything was fine right until I... Ah, oh, jeesh. This sucks. Oh, man. Can we... I don't even know if I should bother now, though. Like... Well, I'm gonna have to end the episode probably here one way or the other. Dang, guys. I thought I had this pretty much well prepped, but... And if Frisk makes it over here, we're actually game over. These guys were supposed to be blocking the mountain. They decided not to for some reason. That one is supposed to be dead. I can't even slow it down, so it's just a chase. This sucks. Ah, man. And Piday's out. Well, that didn't work. And it got to level 2, and we don't have any bullets, so yeah. I really don't want Mia up close like that. She might be okay at range, but... The problem is when it gets to phase 2, it gets an AoE attack. Man, No, Mia actually has good armor. She's just taking a lot of damage. It was Faith that we're... Okay, so we survived that, sort of. This is... I don't think this is really recoverable, though, unfortunately. We can get past the Dusk Ordeal, I'm sure. But, we did lose everyone upside. And it seems to have been a panic chain, actually. Like, I think we would have only lost John, but then someone panicked and killed everybody else. And, I mean, this thing's nothing. I'm actually curious if... No, Piday will just eat one of these janitors. That's fine. There he is. You can see how a slow attack speed doesn't work, though. Alright, well, the army's done. Little Red's done. The mountain's done. The downstairs team, our so-called A team, didn't take any casualties. So all we lost was the entire B team. Could I recover from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deaths? Man, that's a lot of employees. Now, the gear they had on is probably not too hard to recover from. I just have to make a decision. Because we still a long way to go to actually finish the suppression. But we... See, the problem... One of the many problems now is that now that everyone's up here is dead, it's actually very difficult to work because the entire employee team is dead. And we're still going to get meltdowns up here. Now, there's nothing other than maybe the wolf that can escape. I think that we couldn't suppress. I kind of think this is a loss, guys. I'm sorry to say. I know this was a pretty long video for an anticlimactic ending, but I think I'm going to have to do this one again, unfortunately. And I'm probably going to do it off camera until the same point, because... Well, I mean, we're already probably at a 2-hour episode to not be done. Probably could have killed that again if I was quicker, but... Yeah, I don't think I want to continue with 8 deaths like that. But man, that's a lot of time wasted. That is the trick with Lobotomy Corporation, unfortunately, is as you get to the end of the game, and this is still not as hard as it gets. It's just each day is a super grind, and it's not that it's unwinnable by any means. It's fair. It's just you can't make any mistakes, and my mistake essentially was I didn't realize there's a black heart somewhere. I didn't actually see it. And my team was trying to be healed up because they were almost dead. Maybe I should have tried to just ignore... Like, maybe I was greedy, so I tried to kill a worm. I should have just guarded the room And then we would have been at full health, would have killed it safely. Maybe could have killed that one and just ignored the worms. That's probably what I should have done in hindsight. But, no, I think we're going to call that a failure. Man, a lot of failures lately. All right, well, one thing or the other. Thanks for watching. I think what I'll do is I'll sort of off-camera this one, because it's going to be the same content for the most part. And maybe I'll come back with the Dusk Ordeal again and start from there, because the Dusk Ordeal should be interesting and relatively new, assuming we get one of the other colors. And we certainly want to try to get through the midnight to get the suppression done. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Nonetheless, the game is definitely not easy, so sometimes you gotta have fails. We're not like anywhere near a reset your base kind of. Oops, I didn't mean to close the game. We're not at a reset your base kind of point, but you know, whatever. We're fine. We just gotta not make mistakes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.